Hey there, kids. Welcome back. I hope you had a look at the submission video and it makes sense to you as to how to go ahead and make all of your submissions, and you are going ahead and making all of your submissions. Welcome back. And let's talk about a few important things for today, what we're going to be learning in this class, a little backstory of what we did in the previous class, and then let's get started. So, firstly, in today's class, we're going to go ahead and learn how to draw some fruits. In the past two classes, we were going ahead and doing some sketch pen work related to leaves and flowers. And before that, we learned how to draw leaves and flowers, right? So we wanted to add in some color and things like that. And that's exactly what we ended up doing in the last two classes. Now, in today's class, I wanted to be super fun. Today's class and the next class that we're going to be working with are both going to be drawing and coloring. And coloring, we're going to be using crayons. If you don't have crayons, don't worry. I'll give you other options, but it's going to basically be a lot of drawing and coloring. And I know all of you absolutely love drawing and coloring. So that's what we're going to be working with today and in the next class. So a couple of pointers before we get started. All of the drawings that you do today, or all of the artworks that you basically go ahead and do today, is what you will be going ahead and submitting. So I definitely want you to go ahead and do a very neat job, right? So if you go ahead and do a neat job, you can just automatically click that picture and upload it, and your submission is completely done. So I'm going to be waiting in the middle. If you have any like issues at intervals that you need time for, I'm going to be waiting so that you can go ahead and easily do the process with me. So that's going to be point number one. Point number two is, like I've said before, you need to go ahead and attend all of the classes in the course. What will happen is it'll help you to go ahead and draw and color and do all of your works much better, right? So I want you to attend all of your classes. If you attend all of your classes and you do all of your submissions on time, then what is going to happen is at the end, you're going to go ahead and get a beautiful certificate, which I want each and every one of you to get. All right, so that was point number two. Point number three is, I want you to go ahead and make sure you're having fun, right? Isn't that the most important bit of arts and crafts, is that you are having fun. So that is the next thing that I want you to keep in mind. So let's get started with today's class. Like I mentioned, we're going to go ahead and do a few fruits today. So let's get started. So firstly, before we get started, what is everybody's favorite fruit? Just think about it in your head as to whatever your favorite fruit is, and maybe you can go ahead and have that fruit after today's class, right? My favorite fruit is watermelon, and I absolutely love having watermelon juice. So maybe I'll grab a watermelon juice after this. So let's get started. Let's first start off with all the materials that we need for today's class. The first thing that we need for today's class is obviously this book. The book is the most important. If you don't have a book and you just have like, I've told you before, if you don't have like a sketchbook or a drawing book, that's completely okay. You can just go ahead and use any normal drawing sheet or loose sheet which is not ruled. That will also absolutely work fine. Just make sure it's a nice thickness, or you can use an A4 size sheet of paper so that you have a good sheet of paper to be working with. So that's point number one. The thing that you need next is basically a pencil. We're going to be using the pencil to draw today. Like I told you, we're going to be doing drawing and coloring. So you need a pencil. The next thing you need is a scale. The scale is going to basically be there to divide your sheet into two. We normally go ahead and do that, right? So scale. The next thing that you need are crayons. Now, like I said earlier, if you don't have crayons, that's absolutely okay. You don't necessarily need crayons. It's completely fine if you don't have it. You can go ahead and use any other alternative you have, which is you can use sketch pens, you can use color pencils, you can use soft pastels, oil pastels, whatever you have at home which is similar to crayons, you can go ahead and use. Here I have the Dom's color wax crayons. If you don't have the same wax crayons, it's completely fine. You can take any other crayons of your choice. I have a 12 color set, so if you have more or less, it's completely okay. The colors that I have here with me today are pink, yellow, peach, orange, red, brown, light green, dark green, light blue, dark blue, purple, and black. So if you have any colors similar to this and you have all of this in different mediums, that is also fine. Just go ahead and grab all of them. That should work fine as well. So now let's move on to the next thing, which I completely forgot to show you right here, but you will be needing is a black color marker or a black color sketch pen, anything basically that you can go ahead and outline your fruits with. So that's what I want you to also have with you. That's going to basically be there so that in the end, once we're done drawing and we're done coloring, we're going to go ahead and outline the whole thing. So let's get started with the drawing part of it. So first thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and divide our page into two. So take your scale, take your pencil and divide your sheet into two parts. Perfect. So just go ahead and do so. I'm going to wait for a second so that you can take your time and go ahead and do it. Yep, very, very good. I think everybody's done a good job. Yes, so always have a standing line in the middle because we're going to divide our sheet into two parts and we're going to go ahead and start drawing your fruits for today. So the first fruit for today that I have gone ahead and picked is basically a cherry. I wanted to go ahead and draw a cherry because it's beautiful, it's pink, it's red. Cherries are really, really yummy and a lot of us really like cherries. So cherries is the first drawing that we're going to be going ahead and drawing today. So first thing you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to go ahead and grab your pencil. Now taking your pencil, we're going to go ahead and do two curved double lines like so. Now if you feel like you can't do two curved double lines, so you can't curve it, then it's absolutely fine. You can just go ahead and do two straight lines. That is also fine. Do two standing lines but double line I want it to be. Once you're done with this, we're going to go ahead and do two other curving lines. They're going to be double lines as well. And you can see it's joining in like so. So going up and up, those were the next two double lines that you wanted to go ahead and do. So in mine, like you can see they're joining right on top. If you feel like you can't do the two curves and you just want to do like a mountain like that, that's also completely all right. The next step is going to be to draw two curves at the end. We're going to do one curve like that and another curve on the other one. I don't want it to be too big. That is, you don't want to draw a very, very large curve. Just for that double line, starting from one end to the other, that's how big I want it to be. It shouldn't be too big. All right, I think everybody's done a good job. So now just let's go ahead and draw the main fruit of the cherry part of it. So the main circular part of it is what we're going to be drawing. So we're going to be starting from one end to the other end and drawing almost like a circle. So you can see I started the circle, but I didn't go ahead and end the circle. So I didn't start the circle from the center. I didn't end the circle anywhere. So this is just to make the process easier for you. I want it to be super easy and not very hard for you to draw, and hence I have made it like this. So start from one end, go curve like this, but you don't want to go ahead and do the whole like curve. So let's do the same thing for the other one. Yeah, there you go. So you have two curves like this. If you've made any mistake at this point of time, go ahead and correct it out. I'm going to wait for you for a second so that you can correct it out and then we can move on. Okay, I think everybody's got it and it's looking nice. Yep, everybody's got it. So let's move on. Now we're going to go ahead and join that. So one in and another in. Same thing on the other side. One in and another in on the other side. So you can see now you have your beautiful cherries ready, and that was quite an easy drawing to go ahead and do. Once you're done with this, we can move ahead to complete the stalk. So the stalk that's open over there on top, I'm just going to do a simple curve. If you feel like you can't do a curve and it is a little hard for you to go ahead and do so, no problem. Just go ahead and draw a straight line. That will work absolutely fine as well. Once you've gone ahead and done this, the next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to add a leaf. Now, if you've attended the first class or the third class where we have gone ahead and done the leaves as part of this course, then you will know how to draw so many beautiful leaves, right? So here we're going to go ahead and draw one simple leaf. We're going to go ahead and draw a straight line coming out on the side And then we're going to go ahead and do the two curves on either side to make it like a beautiful leaf. Now you've learned this before, so if you feel like you don't want to add in the simple basic leaf and you want to add in another leaf, then you can definitely go ahead and add in another leaf. No hard and fast rule that you have to go ahead and add the same leaf that I have added in over here. Okay, I think everybody's done a wonderful, wonderful job and it's looking neat. Now, the next step of this process is going to be to go ahead and color these cherries. So if you've made any mistakes right before coloring, I want you to correct that out so that later you don't have to worry about it. Yep, I think everybody's good. So let's move on to the coloring part of it. So cherries are always red in color, right? So I'm going to be going ahead and taking a red color and I'm going to color the main berry part of the cherry in, not the stalk or the leaf, just the cherry part of it. So take your time to go ahead and do so. You don't have to rush. You don't have to do it really, really fast. You can see I'm slowly going ahead and coloring it. Take your time to go ahead and color in your beautiful, beautiful cherries. So that's it. See, very, very simple. Went ahead and colored our cherries in. So if anybody's taking their time still to do it, go ahead and do it. No problem. Take your time. We're going to move on to the next part, which is the stalk. So if you need to, go ahead and finish that up and join us in, no problem. Go ahead and do so. The stalk is going to be brown in color. So I'm going to go ahead and take a brown color and I'm going to go ahead and start coloring that in. So that's one and that's two. Perfect. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do the leaf. Now here you can go ahead and take light green or dark green. That's completely up to you. I'm just taking light green because I feel like it'll look beautiful with light green. And slowly, like I said earlier, take your time to go ahead and color. It's okay if you need a little bit of extra time to go ahead and do your coloring. That's not a problem at all. I want you to go ahead and take your time while coloring. You don't want to make any mistakes. You don't want to go outside your lines. You don't want to do any of that. So take your time. Okay, I think everybody's done a wonderful job. For all of those who have finished coloring, go ahead and grab that black sketch pen and we're going to go ahead and start outlining your cherries. So again, take your time with outlining the cherries as well. You don't want to make any mistake. Try to do it slowly, neatly, do a beautiful outline. So as you can see, it's very, very simply and easily done. And there you have your cherries done. How easy and simple was that to go ahead and draw your cherries? Very, very easy and simple, right? So that was your first fruit drawing. I'm just going to wait for 5 seconds just in case anybody has made a mistake or they need to correct anything out. You can go ahead and immediately do so. And then we can go ahead and move on to doing the next bit of your fruits. I think everybody's done a good job, looking nice, looking neat. Yep, everybody's done a wonderful job. So let's continue. So can anybody guess the next fruit that we're going to be drawing for today? Yes, so whoever guessed strawberry, that's what we're going to be going ahead and doing today. We're going to go ahead and do a strawberry. We're going to go ahead and draw it. So again, I want you to go ahead and grab that pencil of yours. The first step of drawing our strawberry is basically going ahead and drawing a triangle. But this triangle is going to be a little different from what we normally do. So in a strawberry, if you've ever seen, the curves are always the points are always curved. You don't have pointies in the end, right, of the triangle. So just have a look at what I do over here and you will understand. So I'm going to be starting from the bottom, doing a simple curve. up and back. So you can see it is a triangle shape with one of the points going on the bottom, and all of the points that are there are curved and they are not pointing. So this is the shape that you want to have. I'm going to play this once again just in case you feel like you didn't get what I did. So just have a look at what I do right there. That's it. Very, very simple, isn't it? So that is going to be your shape number one. That's the first thing that I want you to go ahead and draw. Now, once you're done with this, we're going to go ahead and draw the stalk and the leaves on top. For the stalk, all you need to do is do a double line with a line on top to finish it. So double line and finish it right there. So that was very, very simple and easy to do. And now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and draw a few leaves on either side. So 2 leaves on this side, 2 leaves on this side. If you feel like you want to add more leaves, go ahead and do so, no problem at all. And the leaf is going to be a very, very simple leaf, the one we did with the cherries, just out and in. That's all we're going to be doing. So out and in, out and in. Perfect. Out and in, out and in. How simple and easy was that? So I'm going to wait for a second so that you can go ahead and get it to this point. We're going to go ahead and start coloring right after this. I know strawberries tend to have the dots in the center of the fruit by itself, but for now we're not going to worry about that part of it because we're just going to wait for the coloring part, and then later with the black sketch pen we're going to go ahead and add that in. So go ahead and correct it out, because once you start coloring, you can't correct anything out if you made a mistake. Okay, good. So strawberries again are red in color. So that's what we're going to be working with again today, taking your red color and we're going to go ahead and start coloring. Perfect. So try to do this again nice and neatly and slowly. You don't want to go ahead and rush into it. Just be slow, just be easy with going ahead and doing your strawberry. Don't try rushing into it at all. Yeah. So you can see how nicely and slowly I went ahead and did that strawberry. So take your time to go ahead and do the strawberry. Don't rush into it. I don't want you to do it fast, fast and make it dirty, right? So take your time. All right, once you're done with this, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and take your green. Now again, here I have an option. You can take light green or dark green. I'm taking light green and I'm going to go ahead and do the stalk and all of the leaves. So no different colors, stalk and leaves, everything, one color only. So you can see very, very simple, just going ahead and doing that. So that's our finished strawberry. Now our outline is going to do the main magic of this fruit for today. So we're going to go ahead and take a black sketch pen and go ahead and start outlining it. That's going to give the major result and the look that we are going for today. So I'm going to wait for a second just in case you haven't finished coloring. Then you can finish coloring and then we can get started. Okay, I think everybody has finished. Yep, everybody's done a good job. So let's take your black sketch pen and go ahead and outline the whole thing. So slowly again here, take your time to outline it. Please don't rush into it. I don't want you to do it too fast. Take your time because I want it to be as neat as you can get it to be. Perfect. So this is how beautiful and nice it needs to look. So take your time, like I said earlier, take your time to go ahead and outline. Again, I'm going to wait for a second just in case you need to go ahead and still outline. Take your time so that you can go ahead and look at the next step. And that's an important step that you need to have right here. Okay, I think good. Everybody's done a neat job. So now we're going to go ahead and add in the dots of your strawberries. So we're going to take the same black sketch pen and we're going to go ahead and add it in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So we're just going to go ahead and add in the simple dots. You don't have to, go ahead and do it like perfectly like I'm doing it. You can do it at random as well. Just make sure you have enough dots so that it looks like there are lots of beautiful dots in the strawberry. So that would be the next step. And this is the completed and wonderful fruit of the strawberry that we have right here. So I'm going to wait again just in case you have missed out anything, whether you're doing the dots, you're still doing the outlining, whatever it is. I'm going to wait for a second so that before we move on, you go ahead and finish up your fruit. Okay, I think everybody's done a good and neat job, and we can get started with the next fruit of today. Yep. Okay. So for the next fruit, what you're going to go ahead and do, the first thing is we're going to go ahead and flip our sheet of paper, and we're going to go ahead and take our pencil and scale, and like always, you're going to go ahead and divide our sheet of paper into two parts. So go ahead and do so. Grab your scale, grab your pencil, divide your sheet into two parts so that you don't have to worry about it later and you have your two parts divided. Yeah, well done. Everybody has their two parts, and let's go ahead and start with the next fruit of the day. The next fruit of the day is going to be drawing a banana. That's what we're going to be going ahead and drawing now. Banana is, like, I think a lot of people's favorite fruit, and that's what we're going to be going ahead and starting with now. So take your pencil and let's get started. So for your banana, the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and do a curve moving downwards. Now here, I can't give you the option of, not drawing a curve. You have to go ahead and draw the curve over here because, that's how the shape of a banana is. So go ahead and draw your curve like so. Once you have your curve ready, the next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and do a curve on top as well. So you can see on top, I've gone ahead and done a curve like this. That would be going ahead and doing the next step. So once you're done with this, we're going to go ahead and take the same curve. You can see I'm holding my pencil right there, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it all the way to the bottom, but I'm not going to go ahead and join it. Like this. Perfect. So you can see how simple and easy that was. We started like this, went up, did the curve and went back down like so. So this is how it needs to look. I'm going to play this whole thing once again so that if you've made any mistakes anywhere and you feel like you need to go ahead and correct it out, you can go ahead and correct it out. So as you can see, start with a simple curve, then do a curve on the top, and then join it down. So this is where you should be at. Once you've gone ahead and done this, the next step is going to be going ahead and drawing an oval at the bottom to complete the fruit. Perfect. Now, once you're done with this, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and draw the top part of the banana. You know, the top part where the stick comes of a banana, that's what we're going to go ahead and draw. The part that is not edible, basically, that's the next thing that you're going to go ahead and draw. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from curve from one side going up. So that's going to be the first step, curve going up. So you can see I went curve into up. And the same thing we're going to go do for the other one. Curve into up. That's it. So you can see that was very, very simple. Curve into up, curve into up. That was the next step. Once you've gone ahead and done that, the next step is going to be going ahead and drawing another oval. Yep. Perfect. So just going ahead and drawing another oval like so. So now you can see it already looks like a, banana, and you want it to look already like a banana and it's looking like one. So great. Perfect. All right. So once you've gone ahead and made it look like a banana, you're here at this point of time. I'm going to wait again. I'm waiting so that, if you made mistakes and you want to go ahead and correct it out, go ahead and correct it out. I'm going to always be waiting for you to do so. Okay, good. Everybody's done a wonderful job. And we're going to go ahead and draw the two center lines. You know, the part that you peel off from a banana. So we're going to go ahead and draw two lines like so. So that's one line and that's two lines. So now you can see that's looking like a beautiful, complete banana. And I want it to look like so. Perfect. So now everybody's gone ahead and finished their banana till this point of time, right? Yep. So the next step, like we've always been doing, is we're going to go ahead and color. So let's take our yellow color for the banana. If you feel like you want to go ahead and do a non-ripe banana, like a green banana, that's also fine. But today I'm going to be doing a yellow color banana. So I'm taking a yellow color and I'm going to go ahead and start coloring that in. So try to do again, like I've always said, slowly, neatly, take your time. The top oval and the bottom oval, the two ovals that you have right there, I don't want you to go ahead and color. Just don't bother coloring that in right now. So here, this is the point where you have to be at. You want to go ahead and color the whole fruit except the oval on top and except the oval at the bottom. Those are the two spots that you are not going to go ahead and color in. So I'm going to wait for you because I think I colored a little too fast. So you can go ahead and take your time, slowly go ahead and do your coloring. Okay, good. I think everybody's done a wonderful job. Now, next step is going to be going ahead and doing the two ovals over there. For the ovals, I'm going to go ahead and take brown color and I'm coloring that in. And that's my completed fruit. That's my completed fruit. The next step, like you know, is outlining. So I'm going to go ahead and start outlining now. All of you who have finished till this step can go ahead and start outlining with me. If some of you haven't finished, no problem. You can catch up. We're going to go ahead and start outlining. So take your black marker again and let's start outlining. Now again, take your time while outlining. Don't do fast because if you do fast, what will happen is you might make a mistake here and there. That's it. So there you can see we have a perfectly beautiful banana ready. So I'm going to wait for a second just in case you have to go ahead and make any corrections and you have any missing spots to color or you have still the outlining to do. Go ahead and do it. I'm going to wait for you. Okay. Once you're done, I think all of you are pretty much done with your bananas. You can move on to the next fruit. Now, the next fruit is something really nice. I think all of you would like this fruit and would love to draw it. It's very simple to go ahead and draw. And I think absolutely everybody loves this fruit. The fruit that we have next is orange. Yeah, I think everybody loves an orange. So let's get started in drawing an orange. So grab your pencil. The first thing that you're going to go ahead and do for drawing orange is you're going to go ahead and draw a nice big circle. That's going to be our first step. Now here, if you need to go ahead and take your time to perfect your circle, that's completely all right. And look at the circle that I have gone ahead and drawn. It's not perfect and that's completely all right. I don't want you to go ahead and do anything perfect or anything neat or anything like that. Just try to go ahead and do the circle that you can go ahead and draw. If you feel like you have to erase it and redo it, no problem. Go ahead and definitely do it. I have no problems waiting for you to go ahead and redo it. So I'm going to wait just for a second or so. If you have to go ahead and correct your circle, go ahead and do so. Okay, I think everybody's got their circle nice and perfect. So now let's move on to the next step. So the next step is going to be doing that curve. So remember of the cherry, how we went ahead and did that curve? That's exactly what we have gone ahead and done right here. We've gone ahead and done the curve. Once you're done with that, we're going to go ahead and draw the stalk. So very similar to what we did with your strawberry, we went ahead and did the stalk on top. That's exactly what we went ahead and did right now, just a simple stalk. Once you're done with this, we're going to go ahead and draw the leaf. Now leaf we have gone ahead and done for all of your other fruits and leaves earlier as well. So very similar leaf to that. If you want to go ahead and change your leaf and you don't want to draw the leaf that I am drawing, that's completely all right. Go ahead and change up your leaf, not a problem at all. Once you're done with this, try to correct it out if you've made any mistake, because the next step is going ahead and coloring, right? So that's all we have to do. We've gone ahead and drawn your beautiful orange. So we have to just go ahead and color, so correct out any mistakes that you have made right now. Perfect. I think nobody has made a mistake with their orange because it's super easy and I made the steps really convenient for you to do. So let's go ahead and take your orange color and start coloring in your orange. So take your time again, like I've always told you to go ahead and color in on anything. Don't rush, don't go ahead and do it, try to do it too fast. Try not to go outside the line. You can see when I go close to the edge, I'm taking my time to go ahead and do slowly. You don't want to do fast. And here, like you can see, I'm not going ahead and coloring inside the leaf. Leaf, you want to go ahead and do green color. So just go ahead and nicely go ahead and do it within the orange. Nicely, slowly within the orange. Yeah, just like so. You can see how neatly I'm going ahead and doing it. I'm doing it nice and neatly, the edges. I'm not trying to, do fast or anything. So there we have our center part of the orange done. Take your time, like I've always told you to go ahead and do it. Don't try to rush into it. It's okay to take a little bit of time to go ahead and color it in. Once you're done with this, we're going to go ahead and take your green color and we're going to go ahead and start coloring the green part of this. I'm taking the same green color and I'm doing the leaf. If you want to go ahead and take a dark green color for doing your leaf, that's completely fine. You can take light green or dark green, either for doing your stalk and your leaf. So this is how your completed piece should look. The last and final step that we have for this piece is going ahead and taking a sketch pen and outlining it out. So I'm going to wait for a second just in case someone is still coloring. They can finish up and they can join us in outlining right now. Yep, I think everybody's good. So let's start outlining. Take your black sketch pen and start outlining. Again, I've told you so many times, take your time to go ahead and do so because I want it to be neat and I want you to go ahead and make a beautiful submission. So first I went ahead and outlined the stalk and now I'm going ahead and outlining the fruit itself. Perfect. So how simple and easy was that? Now you have both of your fruits. I'm going to go ahead and wait for a second or two, just in case, someone has to look at this and correct themselves out. Go ahead and correct yourself out. No problem. I'm going to wait. But I feel everybody's done a wonderful job and it's all looking nice and beautiful. Okay, good job, everybody. So I'm very happy with how everybody has done today. I think everybody's done a wonderful and neat job, right? So the four fruits that we learned for today, the first one was cherries, the second one was strawberry, the third one was a banana, and the fourth one was an orange. Now we haven't covered all the fruits right yet today, but don't worry about it. In a couple of classes later, so after we go ahead and finish your drawing and coloring of your vegetables, we're also going to go ahead and draw and do finger painting of more fruits. So if you haven't learned all of your fruits right now, don't worry. You want to learn more fruits, we'll go ahead and do it. But that time we'll go ahead and do it with paints. And I know absolutely all of you love painting. I also love painting. And this time we're not going to take a paintbrush and paint. We're going to take a finger and do dot. And it's going to be so much fun to go ahead and do. So I want you to go ahead. First thing to remember is make the submission for this class because you've done a beautiful job. So if you've made any mistakes here and there and you want to go ahead and correct that out right now, sit down 5 minutes, finish it up, click that picture and upload it and attend all of your classes so that you have a lot more fun with me like this. Anyway, I'm going to see you now in the next class. Bye-bye for now and have a look at the submission video once again.